All right, everybody, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. We have a fresh, crispy morning over here. And we have a very loving, dear client who I adore, and we have amazing journey together. Her name is Mara. Welcome, darling.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Well, tell us where you're from, and maybe we should just dive in because I really want women. My intention for bringing these amazing women to you, ladies, in this community is for you to feel inspired. That's my purpose. My intention is that you feel inspired. Mara was where you might be right now. Um, she's been on this journey for a while. She's gonna share her story. I'm not gonna say anything because I'm gonna let her talk. So I'm giving all the preamble right now. And my intention is that you know what's possible for you. You know that yes, there's work to do. There's things to learn and relearn and redefine and healing and all that good stuff. I am in service to you. I have programs and I do amazing coaching and amazing things. I show up 110%. Mara knows that.
Yes.
When you show up, I'm there, but I can't do it if you don't give yourself the permission. And I want you to know that whatever circumstances you are, if your desires is bigger than your fear, you're going to receive what you want. So let's do that, honey. Let's share. Tell us where you are right now and how do we start our journey together?
Yeah, so I'm from Romania and I'm currently living in Romania, and that's part of the journey. And yeah, when we started, I was in Barcelona actually, living there for a while. And I had this really moment of down and not knowing who I am and what I'm doing. And I found you online because I think that's important. And I had this, it clicked for me, everything. And then we met for one of the calls. And yeah, that was super powerful for me, just talking about and just allowing myself to say like, okay, I'm going to do this. I remember not knowing how to do this, especially with the money as a block. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I remember that I was in a meeting with a lot of people. We were working on a community project together. And when I got out of the call, I was there just like, oh my God, I just agreed to something big. Like I'm going to do this powerful program. And yeah, and it was a really long time in which I was quite closed and not doing things. And then suddenly it was this new guy that was telling me like, I love your laugh. You're like super here. And it's just my presence changed just by saying yes without knowing how I'm going to do it.
Well, so that's the energy shift, right? Like that's the power of our yes. That's the power of saying yes to ourselves because we're trusting the wild woman. And that's the energy, ladies, that I constantly continue to remind you because when we trust ourselves and when we trust our wild woman, that's when the magic, the giggles, the vibrancy shows up in our life. And that's how we generate that vortex for things to come our way. That's the magnetizing energy. So go ahead.
Yeah, so that's when the journey started more officially, because yeah, before also, but yeah, that's the part. And yeah, I remember afterwards that I had to figure out because I didn't have a job, and then I found a job, and then I went to the bank, I got a credit without knowing how I'm gonna do it. Do you hear me well? Because
Yes, I have. No, you know what? I wanted to check if it was happening, and it just activated the video. So sorry, I just shut it off. I just wanted to make sure that we were on the right program and the right group and on the right channel. Go ahead. Sorry, honey.
okay, no problem. Yeah, so what I was saying, yeah, that I went to the bank, I asked for a credit. It was the first time in my life when I was doing that, and they gave me the credit, and that's how I said, okay, let's do this with a payment plan and everything. Let's do this. I had no idea how I'm gonna do it, but the job was for 1 year, and it was really showing me that I can do this. Like the resources appeared, and
The signs, right? The signs.
yeah,
Like you're in the right place. Yeah.
yeah, and I had to step up. Definitely, that was important. I had to step up. It wasn't for without me actually doing something to really receive it. I had to take some action, saying
Yeah.
yes and then take some action.
Yes. Yes. So by the way, there's a couple of women here. Susan, I see, and Liz are here. So hello, ladies.
Hi.
Love that you're here, and thank you for your messages. All right. So yeah. So what happened? As you said,
Yeah.
yes, we started our program.
Then we started working, and well, the job that I was doing wasn't much. I tried before to do some coaching because I'm a psychologist, and I had some training and I tried, but yeah, I wasn't in the right place, so it wasn't really working out. And yeah, we're working on what I want to do and who I am and everything. And I rediscovered my love for academia and research. And
Well,
I
because you
just
were thinking, right? So that's one of the, it's so important. And this is about truth, ladies. Like, this is what I'm so passionate about, because Mara thought you wanted to do something like similar to psychology and coaching. You were trying to create your business online and merge into that, right? Remember?
yeah, exactly.
And then when we started to get deeper into your truth, we tapped into
Yeah.
your true desire.
Yeah, exactly. It was quite amazing, that part of me. Actually, I applied for a job in some trauma counseling, whatever. And I remember you telling me at the time, like, just envision yourself having it. And I went on my own retreat for 2 days in a just place next to Barcelona, and I was trying to envision it, and I realized, like, oh, but this is not really what I want. And like, just trying to feel it, it's like, oh my god. And then I remember that I had this PhD offer for 1 year already.
Yeah.
And then I remember that I can actually apply for it because I had a master that was filled and I can do it. So I just emailed my supervisor, like, now supervisor, because I got into the PhD,
Yeah.
and saying, like, hey, is this still available? Because now I want it.
And it did. And it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of trying to do what you thought the industry, what you thought you needed to do in the industry, you actually got real with yourself, and then you receive what you wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
And
I
it involves moving from to a different country, doing a lot of work on what it means coming back to my
okay. So
country.
so that's another thing that I wanna clarify, because sometimes the calling of the wild woman is could sound a little inconvenient. And then we wonder why. And we question because it doesn't make any sense to the good girl. You know, for the good girl, things need to make sense. And you're like, you think you have to work hard, and everything opened up. When you made that decision, the move was pretty easy. I mean, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I got an apartment for free for 6 months because a friend was living exactly at the time in internship for 6 months, so I could stay in his apartment for free. Um, I don't remember how many things. There were so many things. I went to this expedition in Egypt, if you remember that.
Yes, of
I,
course.
I went as a coach in that expedition, which was something that I wanted to do for a really long time. So for 6 days, just work on an expedition. Everything was just like nicely coming to place and opening up.
And that's what happens when we listen to the wild woman. It's scary to answer that calling, ladies, because it's very uncommon. It's not maybe what you thought it should be. But when we do listen, the path opens up, even if we don't know how. And that's what I want to, I want you to really feel this for yourself in your life, wherever you are right now. It's easy not to answer. It's easier not to answer the wild woman's calling. But when we do, it's almost, I love this example that maybe it's a cartoon or whatever, but you know, like when you're walking and it's almost like the bridge, you're crossing a bridge and the bridge gets formed as you continue to walk. So you don't have, you don't know it, but you're walking and you're always stepping into safe ground. And that's kind of the way of the wild woman. So
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had no idea how I'm going to do it financially. I had no idea how I'm going to really do anything. I just knew that I want, and it felt good. It felt aligned, and I was just going step by step.
Yeah.
And and it didn't stop here. I mean, it kept on going.
Well, and you did a lot, like the financial was a big thing for you. The
Yeah.
relationship with men was a big thing for you as well. So we did a lot of work as you were going through, like as you were walking the path, we were building that foundation. That's the main work that we did.
Yeah, definitely. And the foundation is super grounded. Like I had a discussion with a friend 2 days ago, and he asked me, like, I know so many people doing their PhD and they are down, they cannot handle it, it's too much. And I look at you and you are just radiant and you are like excited about doing stuff. And what is going on? Like, sort of, what's wrong with you? And I was like, well, this is
And let me tell you.
let me tell you the whole story. So yeah, every time I catch myself, I don't fold too much, or I fold 1 2 days, but it's so easy to catch myself because the foundation is really, really, really good.
Solid. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Because it's not like live, ladies, I go into my bitch archetype. Oh my God, my victim comes out in different situations at times, but I bounce back so much faster than before. I would stay years, months before and lingering, blah, 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 and wasting so much energy right now, because that's one of the things that we work a lot in, like the energetics of it. Right now, bouncing back up in like minutes, hours, like boom.
Yeah, and talking about the money, the financial part, because that was another which happened before when I was in Romania that I didn't really have how to handle because my PhD is not paying. So I actually found this other job in research in which I still do research and I'm getting paid really good, and it's with people that I enjoy working with, and it's really it's amazing. And yeah, also picking up on my practice and starting having clients, and now even more things are coming. I mean, I can talk for
No,
hours
but
about
you were just
everything.
saying, no, you were saying before, because we were catching up a little bit, and you were saying that now people just send you clients and they're
Oh
like,
yeah.
I mean, patients, and they're ideal. They're
Yeah, exactly. They are super aligned with me, and even more and more aligned the more I go, and they come only through recommendations. I don't have time for doing any promotion, but they are just coming, and every month at least one person comes, and it's amazing.
and that's the power of the wild woman too, is like that magnetism, that energetically we just call in what we want without effort.
Yeah, and it's super fast now. Like 2 days ago, I was thinking that I want to do something for kids, like teenagers, and some programs to help them with their vision. And then somebody told me, like, I have this project. Would you be interested? And I was reading the description. I was like, holy shit!
Yes, yes, of course. I'm gonna move because the sun is coming out this way. Yes, that's it. So that is what we want to start. That's the power of the wild woman, ladies. This is what starts to happen when we. It's not like, I mean, of course, some desires they take their time. I want you to share
Yeah.
with us that vision, because I actually, I teach this in the programs. We do this vision and how to create your vision. I actually did a workshop at the end of the year and the beginning of the year, and some amazing women already did their vision. But tell us about your vision, because I love that story.
Yeah, my vision around relationships with men. So what I wanted in a partner. So I created this vision 1 year ago, and I recorded it. And I remember that day I was like super high energetically, and I recorded it with all the emotions and just saying, like, it feels good, and just going for it like Paula does. And then I was listening to it from time to time. So every time when I would go on dating or meet somebody, I will re-listen to it so I can reconnect with what I really want, because it really felt like it's coming from deep down inside.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I shared it with some people, even with some guys that I dated. And not so long ago, I shared it with one friend at a time.
Yeah, but
And when,
wow, he was your friend.
yeah, I mean,
You know?
we could feel, both of us, now that we talk, like we could feel from time to time some attraction, and we could realize that something is going on. but it wasn't, I mean, he was committed in a relationship at that moment.
Right.
So which is what helped us both being super open to share things that were much more intimate. So for example, sharing this super intimate vision with somebody, it was a big moment for me, but it was one evening that we were doing some dancing together, so it was already in the vision what we were doing, but so, yeah. But when he listened to that, I remember his face was like super shocked and like, oh my God, like he completely changed the way he looked at me. Like really, it touched him super deeply, and he was like, I want that. I really want that.
You inspire. Well, this is the power.
Yeah.
You did a lot of work. We don't have to go into the details, but you did a lot of work, because when we started working together, you were going through this breakup and it was really intense. And then we did a lot of healing in your relationship with the masculine, your father.
Yes.
So this is the processes, ladies. This is what needs to heal. It's not about learning how to catch a man, like it's not about dating. It's not about finding the right app or, no, it's about the deep work. This is how we call in the real, the masculine, the business, the money, like women in relationship with the masculine is huge. And that's one of my passions, to teach women in my programs, because that was my journey. And Mara, we did, like, it was intense. It wasn't like all rainbows and unicorns.
No, it wasn't. There were times when I would totally like fall. Oh my God, I don't want to do this. This is like, it was a lot. And I remember actually that was a blocker for wanting to sign in, because I was afraid to do it, because I really wanted the guy still. And I was afraid that I'm not going to get him anymore. And it was super scary.
Don't we do that though? Don't we do, like, we want to manipulate things a little bit? Like, this is unconscious. We don't do it on purpose, but we know. So we're like, well, we kind of feel the power that if we do, we might lose it. And so maybe let's not go there. This journey is for the brave, right? Because yes, you're going to have to release certain things, either old patterns, maybe people, maybe ways of doing things in your life. But it's so worth it. Like, isn't it more like when we find our truth and we're living our truth in the world, then it's just so much joyful. It's not a lot of work. You had to keep up with this relationship. I remember you were in tears, and it's like you had to find a strategy to keep this man next to you. And it didn't feel good.
No, not at all. I kind of lost myself. To be honest, I really lost myself while I was in that, and I wasn't being authentic, and it was really hard and heartbroken. And I couldn't even say it to myself how hard it was and how misaligned everything was. Like, wow, that's still like, whoa, I love you.
Yeah, of course. And so it was the journey back to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Aww, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now actually with this guy, we're starting, and we actually want to create a video with that vision. And now we're at the place where we embody it for the video, but actually we embody it because we we are together and then just doing all the things that it was in the vision. So
nice. Oh my gosh, you called it. I love it. So that vision was specifically for relationships that you did.
Exactly. And it was called Calling in Love.
Oh my God, I love it. Well, what you're saying is inspire me to actually offer this workshop again, because I wasn't sure. But I feel like I do want to offer this workshop, the vision workshop, because it works. It works.
Yeah, it definitely works.
It works.
It definitely works. I'm not saying it's not work, but it works.
Well, it took you a year, but you had to align with your vision. That's the thing. We do our vision, and we need to continue aligning ourselves with our vision, and that's how when things come, it's not not like you do something and then you sit down and wait for it. Okay, we know that that's not an active participant state, which is what forms the energy of receiving. We need to be in that active state, and having a vision allows us to be connected with that active state.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because I had to be open. Like this was not passive and waiting at all. I had to be open and go for it. Then he actually asked me because yeah, I shared with him. Then his relationship kind of went away, and then at this moment I was still working on getting open. So I had the vision, but I was not that open. And at some moment we meet for a tea, and I told him like, you know what? I think I'm ready for dating. And he was just smiling and not saying anything. And then he asked me when I left, so do you want to go on a date with me?
You so wild, woman. Oh my God, I love it. Just asking for what I want, claiming what I want. That's it. That's it. Oh, honey, I love it. I love this. I love hearing from you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. Anything else that's happening that you want to update us on? You did a lot, right? I don't know. I feel like we a short time, and I don't want to make it super long. What would you say to someone who is in your shoes when we first met? Who's wanting a change but is scared, who is stuck in scarcity, or who's stuck in like things that are not going to work for her, who doesn't trust herself because she's tried already so many things and they didn't quite work out and she still didn't get what she wanted. What would you say to someone like that on the other side?
Feel the panic and then trust the calling and go.
Ooh, that was good, Mara.
Yeah.
The calling. Feel the panic, feel the fear, trust the calling. That's it. That was a mic drop right there. For you to silence me, that's huge. I have nothing to say. I love you and thank you.
Me too. Me too. Really, wow, this is such a life-changing experience for me. It was, and it is, and it will continue to be. And yeah, spreading this all over. So
Yeah.
more women get to change their lives in a power way and really, really live on their terms.
Yeah. Love you, honey. Thank you so much. Everyone, whoever is here, say hello and share with us if you're watching the replay. Put replay, share your comments, share your questions, share. Mara is brave to share her story. I'd love for you to share how this impacted you as you listen to her. Thank you again for your time. I love you all so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.